Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of 裏技英語. My name is BJ Fox and this is my co-host, 石井てるみ。
皆さんこんにちは。どうも石井てるみです。ポッドキャスト裏技英語へようこそ。今週もよろしくお願いします。
And this てるみ is episode 210.
Whoa! 200回を突破したのがこの間かと思いきやもう210回目ですね。
It does. All the fun, all that excitement of episode 200 seems like a long time ago now.
そうね、200回だって言って盛り上がってましたけれども、結構もう昔のことのように感じます。Do I? いや、私最近のことのように感じるかも。もう10回も経ったのあれから。
That's true actually, yeah, it feels, yeah.
ね
え。Yeah.
時間感覚がよくわかりませんけれどもね、とにかく今回は210回目のエピソードとなります。
Now, I looked up the number 210.
出た。
And I couldn't find anything. Couldn't find much.
210というナンバーは何でしょうね。ちょっと長めの映画でしょうか？ That's too long.
Oh, that's like Titanic length.
タイタニックでも3時間10分ですからね。
Avatar would be.
アバター210分？
I don't know. In minutes, actually, it's exactly 3.5 hours, 3.5 hours.
3.5 時間ね。
Yeah. And I got another one.
何ですか？
Okay, in the year 210 BC, so before Jesus Christ was born.
Before Christ, BC, yep.
Guess what was built?
紀元前210年。ピラミッドはもっと前だしな。でも、そんだけ昔だから、日本じゃないのかな？中国とか？
Yeah, that's good actually. Yeah, that is China, yeah.
China? 万里の長城。It's to my shame, but I'm very bad at world history.
Do you know what? If you cannot name something that was built in the year 210 BC in China, I don't think that's saying anything about your education. This is a tough question.
そうかな。
I don't think you need to
なんとな
apologize.
く勘がいい人はさ、万里の長城とか言うんじゃないの？
Well, that's okay. Okay, it's not that one. So it's not the Great Wall of China. It's the Terracotta Warriors.
テラコッタウォリアーズ？
Yeah.
テラコッタウォリアーズって何ですか？
You know, I've seen them actually. The
Oh, really?
clay men or soldiers
And horses.
In a tomb of the emperor or something. Do you know, it's like
There are so many and many.
hundreds of these statues.
兵馬俑ね。
Was it in Japanese? It's what?
兵馬俑。
Heibayo. Oh, in
Heibayo.
English we say the terracotta, which is the clay material.
へえ、テラコッタって言うんですね。
Warriors.
パンナコッタみたいですね。
Yeah.
美味しそうですけども、テラコッタウォリアーズ、兵馬俑が作られたのが紀元前210年頃なんだ。へえ。
So I looked that up on Wikipedia.
ウィキペディアで兵馬俑について調べてくれた。
Well, no, I looked up 210 BC to see if anything interesting happened.
すごいね。紀元後210年じゃなくて紀元前まで当たってみたわけね。
Yeah, I was desperate. Desperate for something interesting to say.
なんかね、ありそうなんだけどな、210。
But there's a lot of mathematical things. Triangular number.
そうよね。30の倍数だから。
Yeah. But it's not. I don't know. Anyway, what we like to do on these episodes, these milestone episodes, is we like to look back on some of the learnings we had over the last 10 episodes with a few extra clips and a little bit of revision.
はい、ということで210回、またね、切り版エピソードということで、過去10回をルックバックしていきましょう。Don't look back in anger.
I heard you say. Okay, so let's start off by listening to this. I think was a funny clip from our episode on First Things First. Here's a good example.
Yeah.
Imagine we've just had we've had 裏技英語 live, and after that we go, okay, first things first. Namas.
待って、ナマズってなんで、ナマズ？
Namas. Nama beer. Beers.
生ビールのことね。
Ruben, quick question. As foreigners in Tokyo, we would say namas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even among friends.
Yeah, in Mumford, namas. Namas?
ナマズっていうの？
Yeah.
なんで S つけてるの？
It's like urawazas.
Yeah.
It's such a popular Japanese word.
Yeah, it feels wrong to not use the S.
Yeah.
あ、S をつけないともう不自然なんだ。
Yeah.
裏技ずも、ナマズも。
Yeah, it's a Japanese word that is now, like Satsumas, it's a Japanese word that is now English within the foreign community in Tokyo, in Japan.
はいはいはいはい。日本語が英語になったものの中で、もう完全にあれなんですね。日本語が英語になったとはいえ、もちろん世界でというのではなくって、日本に在住の外国人で日本語がある程度分かる人の中では、もうナマズ。
Namas, yeah.
わお、ナマズって言うんだ。
Okay.
おもろ。
Namas.
ナマズ。面白かったな。生に S つけてましたからね。
Yeah.
ナマズ。とりあえず生の人。とりあえずナマズ。
First things first, who wants a nama? Who's up for namas?
Who's up for namas?
Yeah.
すごいですね。日本でしか使えない、はい、外国の方がいるとき、しかも日本在住の外国人、日本語ある程度わかる外国の方に通じるフレーズ。
Yeah, so certain words in Japanese are known by most foreigners, like, I'm going to say hanko, nama, shinkansen. You know, these are words that you might be using in English language, but using the Japanese word.
はい、英語でそのままもう通じる日本語。
Yeah.
カラオケとかね。
Oh, well, no, let's draw a line. I think nama only works in Japan with foreigners who live in Japan. Karaoke works overseas as well.
ああ、そこはちゃんと線を引いとかなきゃいけない。カラオケとか寿司とか、
Yeah.
日本に住んだことがない人もわかる言葉ではなく、日本に住んでいる外国人がわかる
Yeah.
日本語、生とか、
Yeah.
新幹線とか。
Well,
What else?
Oh, there's a few. We'll look at them later. But I think what's interesting is how do you pluralize these words?
ですね。生を複数形で言ってたのがとても面白かったですね。
Yeah.
生って複数形になるんですね。
I drank
Namas.
too many namas last night.
I drank too many namas last night. 日本在住の外国英語話者の方は I had too many namas last night と生に S をつけるわけですね。
And on this podcast, Telemi, we have taught over 200 urawazas.
裏技ず確かに BJ 私もちょっと慣れてしまってましたけれども裏技も複数形で呼んでましたね。
Yeah, urawazas.
裏技ず
Now, the question, Telemi,
はい
is when and should you add an S to these words?
ねえいつ S つけるのかそしてつけるべきなのかねえI had many nama last night だと違和感があるんでしょだって。
I had many nama. I drank a lot of nama last night. Yeah, it feels
Yeah,
weird.
it's weird.
It's weird.
ルーベンも言ってる。
Yeah.
I had many nama だとちょっと気持ち悪いと。ナズとどうしても複数形にするのがネイティブ・イングリッシュスピーカーにとっては自然なわけですね。もうその感覚は永遠にわかるものでは私はないですけれどもいつ日本語のこの言葉に S をつけるんですか？
Well, I've thought about this hard and done some research online. And the honest answer is there doesn't seem to be one rule.
ルールが一個あるわけではありませんと。
But it does seem to be related to how normalized the word has become.
Normalized.
Like how, you know, going back to the word karaoke,
Yep.
that's not a Japanese word anymore in English. It's an English word. It's become normal.
そうですね。
Yeah.
もう完全に英語の中に入ってても違和感がない言葉になりましたよね。
Yeah.
はい。
So, you know, if it has become very normalized,
Yep.
it essentially operates like an English word.
もう当たり前のように使われるようになったらもう英語の言葉のように機能しますね。
Yeah.
はい。
And if it does, then it should pluralize S like an English word.
はい。当たり前のように使われる言葉になっていったらそこで複数形の S がつくと。But 生はさ、normalize. You mean in Japan?
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
For us, nama has become normalized.
そういうことか。BJ とルーベンにとっては生という言葉がもう当たり前のよく出てくる言葉に。それは in English sentence ってこと
In
When you
English-
speak English.
Yeah, we would normally call that a nama.
なるほど、ね。
I would never call that a draft beer.
へえ。
Would you?
No, I would never say draft beer.
I would call it a nama.
Yeah.
じゃあ海外のさ、イギリスでさ、ああいうグラスに入ったビールが出てきたら
Well,
なんて読むの
yeah, but you order differently in English. Like you would never be at a situation.
Pat beer.
I might say beers. I'd probably just call it beers. Beers.
だけど日本の居酒屋なんかであれが出てくると、もう完全に生と呼ぶ。それは日本語喋ってない時。Like even when you are speaking English between English speakers, you call that a nama.
Well, only if all the English speakers are living in Japan.
Yeah. By the way, I would never use the word kindergarten to Ruben. I would always call it 保育園。
なるほどね。
I have to pick up Luna from the 保育園。
はは、日本在住の英語ネイティブスピーカーの中で日本語として登場するもの。例えばキンターガーデンと言わずに保育園とか、ビールはもうベーとかじゃなくてもう生と呼ぶ。それぐらい当たり前のように日本語のワードとして日本語のワードなんだけど英会話の中に出てくるワードは複数形にもなるわけですね。
But would you, like, let's say you visited 2 different 保育園. Would you use an S?
My daughters do go to 2 different 保育園. Yeah, I put an S.
I visited a few 保育園 last time とか。本当。もう保育園ずと。保育園も複数形になるんですね。面白い。
Yeah, and that's just how it feels natural, I think.
ルーベンにとってもそれがナチュラルなんだ。
I think so, yeah. So I found a list of words, of Japanese words that are common, a list of Japanese nouns.
はい、日本語の名詞でもう普通にその日本語のまま英会話に登場させている言葉のリストがあるんですね。
Okay, and can you maybe test BJ whether he would put an S on it or not?
Okay.
Okay, here's the list.
Typhoon.
Typhoon. Okay, I think typhoon is just a normal English word now. So that would be Japan has been hit by many typhoons this year. S, definitely.
Tsunami.
I don't want to say Japan has been hit by different tsunamis. Yeah, definitely S. Yeah, so I was going to say tsunamis are a major world issue. Yeah.
津波ってカウンタブルなのその前に。
Yeah, countable tsunamis.
だって水はカウンタブルじゃないじゃん。waters って言っちゃいけないけど、津波は S つけるのね。Difficult and interesting. Sushi.
Sushi. I ate lots of sushis. No.
No, you can't say.
You can't plural. You can't.
じゃあ寿司何回も食べたっていう時なんて
You sound very uneducated.
Sushis.
Yeah.
I like all the sushis. No, I like all sushi.
じゃあお寿司昨日いっぱい食べた。How would you say that?
I had too much sushi.
俳句。
I wrote lots of haikus. I think I would say singular. Haiku.
俳句は単数形なんですね。漫画。
I like many different mangas. I read manga. I think that goes to, if you say I read a lot of manga, implies you read a lot of the whole thing. I'm my favorite 3 mangas. I think you would pluralize that. My favorite 3 mangas are
I disagree.
GTO.
I disagree.
ここでも意見が分かれてます。
Kanji.
Let's go next.
漢字。
I know all the kanjis.
No.
There are 1,945 Joyo kanjis.
No.
No, singular.
No, 漢字はシンギュラルなの。
Yeah.
漢字こそね S つきそうだけどね。Dojo.
When I was young, I practiced karate in 3 different dojos. I think dojo. Yeah, I think if you said I practiced in 3 different dojo, that sounds weird. Dojos would have to be.
Dojos?
Yeah. Dojo is fairly well known as a place you learn karate.
へえ、道場っていう
From
のも。
Karate Kid.
あ、そうなんだ。
And just generally, like even in the UK, we would call like a judo dojo. Yeah.
柔道道場。
Yeah.
With S.
Yeah. If
There are many judo dojos in this
London. There's
town.
many judo dojos in London. Okay.
Judo dojos in London. Emoji.
What are your Ruben, what are your top 3 favorite emojis?
はい、言った。S つけた。
No, I don't know. 3 favorite.
I don't think you need it.
You don't need it. Emoji.
No.
What's your 3 favorite types
What's
of
your,
emoji?
what's your favorite emoji? Yeah.
Yeah.
着物。
My wife owns 3 kimono. My wife owns 3 kimonos. Either. I'm going either there.
いいだ、どっちでもいけると。薩摩。
Oh, my favorite word.
ね、柑橘類のこと薩摩と呼ぶ。じゃあ、three oranges みたいな感じで。
3 oranges.
There are 3?
For dessert, I had 3 satsumas. Definitely S. 3 satsuma. You never say 3 satsuma.
Sounds like the hungry caterpillar.
Yeah. On Tuesday, the hungry caterpillar ate 3 satsumas. Yes, S.
薩摩には S をつけると。
Wow.
漢字やアニメには S をつけないけども生には S をつけると。
Now, can I relate this to one little bit about more learning, okay?
なんでしょう。
I think this also relates to other borrowed words from other languages.
他の言語から借用した言葉
Yeah,
かどう
well,
か。
it gets complicated when I was looking into it because we have a lot of Latin words.
英語にもたくさんのね、ラテン語由来の言葉がありますよね。
Yeah. Such as, what's the plural of stadium? Ruben?
Well, I would say stadiums.
You would say stadiums. Well, actually, traditionally, you would say stadia. Like Japan built 8 stadia for the World Cup.
なるほど。あれか。例えばメディアもね、本当の単数形は、it should be medium.
Medium, which you sometimes still use.
In Gaishike, maybe you would see symposia.
Symposia.
No,
Symposium. シンポジウムね。
Yeah.
シンポジウムが複数形になると Symposia.
Yeah.
データもね、datum.
But you
Datum.
never hear people saying datum as a
A
singular.
piece of datum.
You never hear this. So the singular of data is plural, but no one says datum. No one says datum. And another one, this is tough, I found. Criteria or criterion. You know, criteria means...
クライテリア。基準。クライテリア。
Or, yeah, okay, I was going to say 条件.
条件。クライテリア。
Singular is criterion.
Singular がクライテリオン
Yeah,
The plural is criteria.
yeah.
クライテリオン聞かないですね。
Yeah, you would never say, my one criterion for a husband is a good heart. You'd say, my one criteria for a husband is a good heart. Anyway, conclusion, Tedemi.
はい。
Languages are living, breathing, changing things. Okay?
はい、結論としては言語は常に生き物ですと。はい、変化もしますし。Breathing.
Yeah.
You mean
Iki.
to、
So-
呼吸をして、
Yeah.
はい、どんどん進化していくものであるということですね。
Okay, Tedemi, listening to English is great. It's good practice.
はい、英語を聞くっていうのはまあ練習としては大事ですよね。
But you need to do more. Sometimes you need to speak English.
はい、聞いてるだけじゃダメです。自分で喋らないといけません。
And a great way to practice English is our sponsor, Cambly. It's an online eikaiwa app, website service. It's wonderful.
はい、英語を話したいけれどもチャンスがないよという言い訳はできません。なぜなら Cambly というオンラインでいつでもネイティブイングリッシュスピーカーの先生と会話ができるオンラインオンデマンド学習アプリがございます。
So sign up, join up, and use the special code URAWAZA in kanji to get a free 15-minute lesson.
ぜひキャンブリーをダウンロードしてそこにスペシャルコードという欄がありますので裏技と漢字2文字で入力すると15分の無料レッスンを受けることができます。ぜひお試しください。
Okay, episode 204, Terumi, we introduced an parenting URAWAZA.
ペアレンティング裏技
Yeah,
子育て裏技ご紹介しました。
to Trojan horse.
トロジャンホースね、わかめをうどんの裏に隠してね、娘ちゃんに食べさせるっていう可愛いお話でしたね。
Yeah. Also, obviously, it's a great negotiating technique as well. But like Terumi said, it's a great way to get my baby to eat vegetables.
はい、交渉術にも使えますし、トロジャンホース野菜やわかめを隠してお子ちゃまに娘ちゃんに食べ物を食べさせる、そういう時にも使えますね。
But at Urawaza Eigo Live, we also had an excellent question on parenting Urawazas. So we thought we'd include this clip.
子供に対してね、I'll bear that in mind って言ったって面白かったですね。
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
let's listen.
And also, could you just tell us your name as well? And so your name, where if you work for a gaishike, and whether or not you're from Nagoya.
Okay, my name is and I'm working for Italian company.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not from Nagoya.
Okay.
Okay, and I have 2 kids.
Okay.
And I'm working for Gaishike, company, but I didn't have so much opportunity to use the urawaza at work. So to practice, I used it at home because my husband is a foreigner.
Okay.
And then, one day my kids asked me, I want to have could you buy this toy?
Yeah.
I bear that in mind.
Yeah?
It didn't work.
It didn't work.
They want that now. So in the future, maybe could you provide us some contents for kids? Urawaza Eigo for kids?
Do you know, actually, it's funny you say that because
do you say that to your kid?
I'll bear that in mind.
Yeah, I'll bear that in mind.
I just...
Daddy, I want this toy.
Yeah.
I'll bear that in mind, Luna.
Do you know what I do? Like, for example, gacha gacha. Do you know
Yes,
the
yes,
gacha,
exactly
gacha?
that one.
I just say Daddy doesn't like gacha gacha.
怖い。
Yeah.
ダディはこれ嫌いだよって言って。How's her reaction?
She's like, I think in her mind I'm foreign, therefore it's different.
Foreign?
I think she's like, oh, Mama might like it.
ダディは外国人だから嫌いだと。
Yeah, I think so.
ママは
Yeah.
半分日本人だからママならいいって言ってくれるんじゃない？
So I don't know.
マジで？
I think because it happened yesterday, I was like, oh, Daddy doesn't like gacha gacha. She was like, oh, なるほど。
何？4歳の
3歳。
3歳のルナちゃんは親を国籍で判断してる。
Oh no! She doesn't. I don't think she knows kokuseki, but she knows I only speak English,
Uh-huh.
and Mama speaks Japanese and Doitsugo. Yeah.
パパも日本語上手なの
Oh
に
no,
さ。
she doesn't know. She doesn't know. She doesn't know.
なんで娘にそれ分かってもらえてないのなんか嫌じゃん。
It happened the other day when I was talking to Baba.
ババ Who's Baba?
Baba is Giri no haha.
モナちゃん奥さんのお母さん
Yeah,
ね。
yeah. So I call her Baba. Not now I do, in fact. And I was talking to her in Japanese, and Luna was like, "Daddy, 日本語わかるの?" I was like, "No."
何そのキャラクターは。
No,
わざと日本語喋らないってことでし
It
ょ。
comes from actually Ruben. It comes from a lot of parental guidance as well. The second, it's hard bringing up bilingual children.
Yeah?
Because fundamentally they want to go the easy route,
Yeah.
which will be Japanese here in
Ah.
Japan. So you have to create that barrier.
Which is easier for her now?
Well, she goes to a Japanese like Ninka Hoikuen.
So
she speaks
Japanese だから BJ には英語で喋らせるように I'm pretending not
Yeah.
speaking Japanese.
So sometimes I'll even say like she'll be talking to her mum. I don't understand, and she'll translate for me in English.
英語を喋らすためにわざとそう
Yeah,
してんだね。
yeah,
知らなかった。
Yeah. Yeah.
それは。
Yeah. I think that's a good idea to do some like.
Yeah, honestly, I really like the idea of urawaza eigo kids. One urawaza I really want to do is go ask your mother.
Go ask your mother.
Right?
ずるくないルーベンそれ。
No, but and even in business, that concept can be like go ask your manager or
Yeah,
whatever. So
Oh.
I'm sure there are lots of urawaza that would be great for kids.
My other urawaza I use
たらい回しってやつです
when
ね。は
I
い。
don't want my daughter to eat something, I just tell her it's spicy. Everything's spicy.
例えば何？
Oh, Kiki tabe. Oh, sorry, that one's spicy. Spicy.
かわいそうに。
She's
そん
like,
なわけ
oh.
んなわけないのにね
Yeah,
ケーキね。
She's like, oh, spicy.
まあいろんな裏技あるでし
She
ょう
had
ね。
kimchi once, and that was.
She didn't like it.
Hate it,
I hate it. そっか。I'll bear that in mind は。Have you used that phrase to your daughter?
I think that's too high level. Oh, that's fairly high level, isn't it? How old are your kids?
2 and 4.
ポニー I'll bear that in mind はね。かなりハイレベルイングリッシュエデュケーションです。
I would say maybe later.
Maybe later.
Yeah. But anyway, I think having kids is not your step back, so it's a good opportunity.
ほら、そうよ。
Actually, I will say one other thing about the kids. I think actually having kids focuses you. Like I found, I had my first child in 2020, and I started this bar in 2022. But let's say the process was longer, like a year. But I almost felt like having the child, you actually start realizing, oh, I don't have any time. I've only got 2 hours a day. I've got so you actually have to do things that are important. So all the other things that were kind of fun but not that meaningful to me, I just had to cut. And in the end, when you cut, you're left with what you actually want to do. So for me, it's the bar and comedy and the podcast. and maybe, A Kaiwa the musical got cut a little bit. But yeah, so it's funny because a lot of people think when you have kids, you lose time. But I just found it really, I was like, shit, I've got...
本当に大事なものに気づくチャンスということですね。
She's like, Hirune time. Okay, I've got 1 hour. I've got 1 hour Hirune time. What do I have to do? And you just focus, yeah.
ね、BJ 言ってたよね。なんか本当にじゃあ自分がしたいことは何かって考えたときにコメディとコメディクラブだっていうふうに本当に欲しいもの、自分が人生で求めているものを考えるチャンスになるわけですね。
But that's Hitorime. Futanime is a nightmare. Yeah. The second one, yeah.
ナイトメアって言ってるけど変わんないけどね、前後で。その2人目の娘さんが You don't change to me.
Oh, I think maybe because we don't connect that much.
あ、そう。
Yeah, I think we're not like on a. Like, I think maybe Ruben's more aware that it's like pressure time is like.
I'm very delicate with your time.
Yeah, like like before I was like, let's do this. Now I'm the bottleneck. Yeah, I don't know if you know bottleneck, but it means like that's a lot of things stop on me.
ボトルネックになってるん
Because I
です
just
ね
haven't。got time to do it. Yeah.
Okay, so some conclusions there. Don't use urawazas on a 2-year-old. Oh no, don't use high level urawazas.
そうですね。2歳と4歳のねお子さんに I'll bear that in mind と言ってましたけれども、maybe later の代わりに使ってみたんです使ったんでしょうけどね、なかなか効き目がなかったということでした。
Also some good words in that clip. Bottleneck.
はい、ボトルネック。
I guess you use that in Japanese, I think.
すごいボトルネックにネックになってるっていうのは使いますね。
Now, interestingly, we are about to start a module on time management on 外資系裏技英語基本のKEY.
はい、外資系裏技英語基本のキーではタイムマネジメント、時間管理をテーマのモジュールを始めていきますよ。
And if you listen to that clip, it seems like the best urawaza, the extreme urawaza to focus your time and be efficient is to have one baby.
これ BJ はねよく言ってますよね。その自分がこう人生で本当にやりたいことは何かっていうのをやっぱ集中しなきゃいけないっていうのは子供が生まれたタイミングで You ask yourself what your true mission is って言ってましたから、はい、もしかしたら究極の時間管理は子供を持つことかもしれないですね。
Yeah. So try that and let us know.
Try that. ね、トライできたらしてみましょう。はい。
I think everyone else listening now went, oh, I'll bear that in mind.
I'll bear that in mind. ね、今夜すぐにというわけにはなかなかいかないかもしれないですからね。
Okay, in these episodes, we also like to do some revision.
はい、それでは振り返っていきましょう。
Tell me, in episode 205, we introduced a way to effectively ask people for something.
はい、人に何かお願い事をする、願い事を聞いてもらいやすくするためのフレーズをご紹介しました。
And I said it was the opposite to our most hated phrase, could you just do XYZ?
Oh, could you just do XYZ? Z. はい、これとは真逆のフレーズですね。
Now, tell me, what was the phrase?
It's a big ask, I know, but would you please do XYZ?
Perfect. And why do we like this phrase?
なんでこのフレーズが好きかと言いますと、先ほどのね、Could you just do XYZ と比べるとですね、just という言葉を入れてしまうとですね、相手の努力だとかスキルをちゃんと評価していません。そんな風に聞こえてしまいます。かたや、It's a big ask, I know というと、それがいかに大変なことか、時間もかかるし、労力もかかる、それをちゃんとこちらも分かっていますよということが相手に伝わります。
Exactly, tell me. So this phrase recognizes how much effort it is. And it, you know, it's a big ask. I know we said it was a blanket phrase. There's other ways of asking this as well. Okay, now tell me, as a practice,
はい。
could you ask me to finish a podcast script by this evening, yeah?
はい。今夜までにポッドキャストの台本をちょっと済ましていただけないかと、書き終えていただけないかと BJ にお願いします。
Now, the first time, use the blanket urawaza phrase, okay?
はい。
Then the second time, same request, but use another phrase, any kind of English that serves the same purpose.
はい。
Okay, go.
BJ, it's a big ask, I know, but could you please finish the script by this evening?
Excellent, good. Yeah, okay, that's the blanket phrase. It's a big ask, I know. Now, using different English, but the same intent, recognize how much effort or, you know, how unreasonable the request is. in different English.
BJ, you're very busy, I know, but could you please finish the script by this evening?
Yeah, exactly. You're recognizing I'm too busy for it. BJ, you're very busy. I was thinking, BJ, it's a tight deadline, I know. Could have done that. But same excellent work, telling me.
なるほど。デッドラインがタイトだけどもっていう、そんな前置きフレーズもいいですね。
Okay. Another bit of revision. Now, we taught a phrase that is useful to kick off meetings. Any meeting, I said. And it was?
First things first.
Yeah. And this is an interesting phrase because it's related to time management. But often the first thing is not the most important thing. It's simply something at the beginning.
はい。First things first。タイムマネジメントという意味でもね、手っ取り早く本題に入りやすくなるという意味では時間の節約にもなるというお話をしました。そして first thing、本来は一番重要なことという意味なんですけれども、そうじゃないことでも使いますよ。とりあえずとか本題に入る前にそんな文脈で使うというお話をしましたね。
Now, tell me, we're going to have a Zoom meeting. Can you start this Zoom meeting with this phrase?
First things first. Is everybody present?
Easy. What an easy way to kick off a meeting and sound like you've got great English.
もうあらゆるミーティングの冒頭で使えますよ。しかもね、sophisticated で elegant な英語を話してリーダーシップもあるかのように見せることができますというお話でした。
Okay. I think this last 10 episodes was really interesting. We had the very powerful No Promises But裏技 last week as well.
はい、No Promises But という裏技も紹介しましたね。
Yeah. No promises but I'll try to get the report finished by tomorrow.
No promises but I'll try to get the report finished by tomorrow.
A great way to manage expectations.
はい、期待値をちゃんとコントロールするときには使い勝手のいいフレーズです。
We also had 2 great interview episodes with Miho Hashimoto and a question and answer and a musical. It was a very, very busy 10 episodes.
そうでしたね。会議通訳者の橋本美穂さんへのインタビューも2度にわたってお送りしましたし、ミュージカルもね。Oh, seems like a long time ago.
You just said it didn't.
でもなんかミュージカルって考えたらなんかすごい昔のことのように感じてきた今度は。ね、なんかいろいろあった10回でしたね。はい。Life goes on ですね。
Life goes on.
Podcast goes on.
Yeah.
はい。
On that note, Tenemi,
はい。
and if you enjoyed the musical and want to come to one of our live shows, come on Saturday the 2nd of September at 2 p.m. Tokyo Comedy Bar because we're going to do another live recording and networking event.
BJ, that sounds like we're going to do a musical again.
Oh yeah, no.
はい、実は、9月2日土曜日午後2時から渋谷にあります東京コメディバーで裏技英語公開収録イベントをまた行うことになりました。イエイ！
Check the details on our social media or in the show notes.
はい、ミュージカルはね多分、もうしないんですけれどもネットワーキングタイムネットワーキングの機会も設けられたらと思っています。詳細をポッドキャストの概要欄などなど SNS にも載せておりますので皆さんぜひチェックして私たちに会いに来てください。
And on that note,
なんで
stick with us for another 10 episodes. Hopefully see you in September. If not, we'll see you again next week for another wonderful episode of our favorite thing, this podcast.
はい、ということで、皆さんに9月に直接お会いできるのを楽しみにしています。来れないという方はまたね公開収録はこれからも定期的に行う予定ですのでその時にお会いできたら嬉しいです。そしてこれからの10回もまた聞き続けていただけたらとても嬉しいです。これからもどうぞよろしくお願いします。 See you next week! Bye bye!
Bye!
裏技英語 Business English is so hard